What's going on, YouTube? Back at Like Crack Addict. It's your boy Reese, aka Conundrum TV, man. We back at it with another pick and roll starting five podcast episode. We ain't gonna waste y'all time. We got a lot to talk about. It's the NBA trade deadline. It just ended a couple hours ago, so I'm gonna just introduce all my co-hosts. We got Boogie Productions in the building. Say what's good, Mike.
DP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We missed you last week. We missed one today. We missed another one today. But hey, we gotta keep the train going. We got Dezo in the building. Dezo, say what's good.
Yo, what's good with y'all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then last but very not least, we got Vono. Say what's good to the people.
Yo, free Von ain't tuned to the label. How y'all feeling, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Von, stay right there because we gonna get right into it with Von Inks, old head, man. Anthony Davis was just announced not too long ago, a couple days ago, to the Wizards. He was traded to the Wizards for Chris Middleton, I believe. And I just want your initial thoughts, Von. As a Von Inc. member, with him getting traded, to a team that's got a new star on their team, a new look. They got Trae Young over there. They got a rookie over there. What's his name? Trey Johnson. They also got Alex Sarr. So what's your initial thoughts?
And I loved it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I loved it. Von Inc. and J Sports. Shout out J Sports. He ain't here, but we linking up in DC, man. You feel me? I feel like AD got a pass first, but also scoring point guard in Trae Young. He got a big Alex Sarr next to him. But people don't realize the Wizards still got that pick. So we finna get AJ there too. I realized that too. AJ DeBon's about to pull up in DC and they gonna ball out. Honestly, I don't see no reason this Wizards team can't be a playoff team next year. I'm gonna keep it 100 with the young talent and the vet leadership they got. Like they one of the winners of this trade deadline. If I'm gonna keep it 100, in my opinion, they move very meticulous in the right direction. I'm gonna keep it 100 straight up.
Nah, yeah, I definitely think they are definitely one of the biggest winners. But I'm gonna let y'all speak before I get my piece. Des, what's your initial thoughts?
Yeah, when I seen the trade, man, I was honestly surprised that it was Washington, but I do love the trade, like Vaughn said. I think Trey has always maybe dreaming of playing with somebody like AD because AD is such a great big in the league. And then like with that young talent that they have, like you said, Trey Johnson, Keyshawn George, and I'm really ready to see that front court of Alex Sarr and AD. I feel like Alex Sarr has a lot of similarities to AD in his game, so I just think defensively they can do some real good things out there in Washington. So I personally, if I was Washington, I would maybe try to sit AD probably for the remainder of the year, let him rest up, and then probably Trey Young as well too. Just continue to be because there's no point in really playing those guys unless you're just really trying to see how it's gonna work. But just continue to just be bad for this year. Get your top pick, like you said. They can get a AJ DeBansa or I would love Darren Peterson over there. Anybody isn't like the top 5 range is gonna fit whatever they got going on over there. I don't give a fuck who they draft. So excuse my language. But yeah, I like the pickup of AD.
Yeah, Mike, what you think about Trey Young and the Brow? Ice Trey and the Brow linking up with still keeping their core together. That's what's the main point. They still kept their young core together. They didn't move none of their key young pieces. So what you think, Mike?
I like it on paper. In real life, no. My personal opinion, I don't think AD is gonna be able to same shit we seen, same stuff we seen with the Mavericks, bro. Is you gonna be on the floor to play? That's my only thing. I do like how the way it look on paper. Y'all all make great points. If they get a top 5 pick, if they get if Trey Young can, still be Trey Young while having Trey Johnson right there with him too, because Trey, I'll see how the way he play. It's a lot of, he needs. I ain't gonna say he needs the ball, but it's gonna be kind of difficult. That's how. That's how I feel about it personally. But I do like Keyshawn George. I like everybody else. I just want. Is they gonna be healthy? If they healthy, it is gonna be scary, of course. But if not, is it gonna be the same thing we just seen up in the Mavericks?
Mm-hmm. And to be fair to AD defense, that boy Trey Young be being injured too. Trey Young has had a history of injury issues in the last few years too. That's part of the reason why the Hawks ain't seen the success that they've seen in a while. because he comes down with a couple knick-knack injuries. He's a small guard, not a young guard, my bad. He's a small guard that plays with a high motor a lot of nights on offense, and he kind of runs his body down. So that is a good point. Health is the biggest issue with this team. Like, not saying it's an issue yet, but it's the biggest concern, I should say. That's the best way to word it. But yeah, I like this trade a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you, Alex Sarr and Anthony Davis front court is gonna be OD on defense, bro. They both average 2 blocks per game. Like that's gonna be four blocks, at least maybe a roughly around 6 to 7 stocks a game just off your front court alone. And then they still got Bilal over there. They still got Koulibaly on the wing. And then they still got Keyshawn. Keyshawn been playing solid defense as well. He's a bigger wing trying to learn how to play defense, but I feel like playing alongside a veteran player like Anthony Davis, he'd be able to teach him ways, to learn how to play defense, playing alongside players like LeBron and other wing defenders. He can, teach them a thing or two. Send them to your front court. We back here. We sending stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. We sending stuff packing. So I love this trade though. I ain't gonna lie to you because it was not expected. This is one of them blockbuster trades that was similar to last year. I ain't gonna say it was on the same gratitude or magnitude. My bad. It's not on the same magnitude as a Luka trade, but this still was as shocking to me because I knew he was gonna leave or move somewhere. But the Wizards, out of all places, never would have thought this would have been a superstar link up. You know what I mean? So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Wizards. And I feel like the Wizards GM, regardless of record, he gotta dang that win like GM of the year. He's the executive of the year. Whether we want to believe it or not, he the executive of the year. He made the best moves out of any team in the entire league this year. But
Straight up. I also, speaking of a Luka trade, I think this is the Mavericks like finally getting past that. You feel me? It was unexpected with Luka getting traded for AD and AD going out barely playing games for Mavericks or whatsoever. But them getting 2 first-round picks, couple expiring contracts, 3 seconds. You feel me? I feel like they finally trying to move on from that. Like, I don't know if y'all saw, but they not doing any business with the Lakers at all. So it's like I feel like they finally trying to get on from that little small dumb era that they went through and progress. I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie get gone too somehow.
yeah, to actually express the whole trade, yeah, it was Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, and D'Angelo Russell, also Dante Exum. So they traded away 3 players? Yeah. No, 4 players. Yeah, they traded 4 players to the Wizards for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley, who also been playing actually solid. I'm not gonna lie. 2 first-round picks, 3 second-rounders, and that's all. Yeah, that trade that's a massive trade. I feel like AD's value is ridiculously low in this trade. For them to have to add that many pieces, I feel like he's worth everything that they would trade it over. But yeah, shout out to them being able to get that deal done. We got a lot more trades to go, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. The next biggest one, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hit you up first for this one, Mike. Man, we got DG and a Harden swap. Man, the Clippers and the Cavs, they swap point guards. It's one of the rarest occasions we ever seen. We usually don't typically see 2 teams just straight up head to head swap 2 all-star guards. But especially mid-season when both teams are playoff teams, you know what I mean? At least the Clippers were on a heater. They was on the craziest run that we could have possibly expected them to be on, and they just decided to pull the plug because of, I guess, relations between James Harden and the owner. But off your initial thoughts as a roster as a whole, Mike, what you think between the DG and James Harden swap?
I like it for the Cavs, man. I really like it for the Cavs, man. Yeah. Everybody know, well, not everybody. DG was once part of my label. He got dropped, bro. like real drop. Like, yeah. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure it's the inconsistency. Like he too inconsistent. Then he's super young, but he's barely playing. He's another one of them, super young, barely playing. I'm like, they probably like, we got a better chance of getting James. And, James a little older, but we trying to win right now. If that's the goal, I feel like they made the right choice. James Harden, he got switches. He can turn it up to straight passing all game, get you 15 assists, 15 points, 20, or he can turn it up. It's a good scoring night. 36 and 6, 36 and 4, So I really like it. I really like it. I really like it next by Donovan Mitchell too. Like, yeah, he gonna throw them lobs to Evan and Jared. On the other end, the Clippers, nah, I don't like it at all for them. I don't know what they got going on over there. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on over there. They gave up Zubac too, so is they just I don't is rebuild mode? Question mark. I don't know what's going on over there. Still got Kawhi. Kawhi, get up out of there, bro. Get up out of there. It's time to go. It's time to go. You should have packed your bags when bro. You see him. Hey, Harden, bro, where you going? Let me go with you. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like L Clippers, man. Cavs won that for sure, hands down.
Yeah. I think I like it. Like, to be fair for Darius, I like it for Darius to get a fresh start. You know what I mean? Maybe just a fresh start, a different atmosphere, a different area, just a different way of living in the NBA might help him revive his All-Star years. But like you said, he's still young. But it's really the injuries that play the biggest role with the problem with Darius Garland. So hopefully, even though he's next to another injury prone star now, hopefully this changes for him going forward. But Dez, I'm gonna pass it to you because I know you got more of an inside scoop on what happened between the organization of James Harden and the Clippers. Maybe you could tell us a little more details of what happened and why this trade even happened.
Yeah. Well, of course, I don't like the trade to start off because Harden left my guy after going on this crazy run that they went on in this past like month and a half of basketball, man. But from what I was reading, the Clippers just didn't see them extending Harden in the future, and so this is probably like a kind of a move right now to kind of free up space in the future and not have to really worry about the whole Harden situation. Harden is currently not extension eligible, so I don't know why they were even thinking about that, but they kind of seen an opportunity to bring in like another young piece that kind of do similar things to Harden. Not saying he is Harden, but of course they have like similar roles right now. So maybe that's what they were thinking. But Harden did not request a trade this time. Harden is usually like a drama queen when it comes to the teams you want to be on and stuff like that. But he flat out said, "I didn't request a trade this time. This was them." So I was kind of in shock, like I said, after how well they were playing. But I mean, it is a business at the end of the day. Uh, but for the trade overall, I do like it on Cleveland's end. They got a veteran point guard, and it's good to see that they kind of going after players that they superstar want. Because, it's been looking real shaky over there in Cleveland, and I've seen that Don actually wanted to play with James Harden, so that's who they went out and got. So that's pretty good to see, and I think James can really elevate that team in a different level as far as like getting Jared Allen more involved. Because Jared Allen, it's a lot of times where it just seems like he just out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he not doing anything really that's impacting the game. So I think James Harden can get him more involved, and then hey, we might see a leap in Evan Mobley scoring. I don't. It might not be like a crazy leap, but I can see Evan Mobley probably jumping up to like maybe 21, 22 points per game because he gonna have a lot of the opportunities with James and the creation and like the attention that he seeks on offense. So that's pretty good for them. But as far as like the Clippers, I don't know what that direction is, man. Like you got an aging star playing the best he's been playing probably ever in his career as far as like stats and everything, and you go trade off another star that they've been actually like pretty well with each other. So I don't know that direction, but for the Cavs, I like everything that they're doing right now. So
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to you, Vaughn. Last but not least, you know what I'm saying? Then we can move on. But what you think about this Harden for DG swap?
I think this was like the biggest shocking trade that personally, because I didn't. I remember seeing the reports that James was gonna get traded for DG, and I'm like, what? Like out of nowhere, and then it actually happened probably like a day later or so. So I definitely was extremely shocked by it. The more that I sit on it, I'm not mad at the Clippers for doing it. I'm gonna keep it 100 because although you don't know what James Harden's gonna do in terms of extension, if we on this rebuild path now, hopefully they can move Kawhi. But if we're on this rebuild path, I think this is the best like deal they could have got. You got a fringe all star slash all star already point guard who can hope he get back to that all star capability. I'm not saying he will, but we've all seen what DG is capable of, and he always shows flashes of really being a solid ass one. And for Cleveland, we all know James Harden. Like, he's still James Harden. Like, he ain't no 2018 James Harden, but he's still cold. But for the Clippers, I'm honestly not mad now. The direction is questionable because, like Mike said, they already got Zoo, and we'll get into that later. But at the same time, I think this is probably the best deal that they could have ended up getting. You feel me? That's because essentially, if James Harden contracts do end, he's gonna get somewhere he want to go. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? So why not get him up out of here now for something that we deem worthy? You feel me?
When you put it like
I
that,
was shocked by it. I actually like it though.
yeah, when you put it like that, low key is a better move than what we giving the Clippers credit for. But at the same, like I understand everybody's point basically. Like I understand why, as a Clippers fan, Dez is kind of upset and disgruntled by the idea of them blowing it up after they literally they're considered the best West team in the last month. So for you to just blow it up randomly out of there, like at that very moment, I understand. But at the same time, they think of future and way more.
Yeah,
I guess like trying to get ahead of the curve on James Harden situation. Because once James
yeah,
Harden say he gone, he gone.
gone,
He
he
gone.
gone. And also, it's like I get that this run has been great for the Clippers, but at the same time, it's also a run. Basketball, a game of runs. We seen as OKC started out the year with 2 losses. You feel me? Now they with 10. So I can't be mad that they kind of chalk this run up a little bit and want to bottom out and hopefully try to better like lottery pick. You feel me? Just
Mm-hmm.
because if we seen with the Clippers, they've been one of those teams that's been in the back and forth in the play in as well. Why try to get out of that cycle and progress in terms of 3 years later?
Yeah. Speaking of the Clippers, we can stay on this topic because since y'all brought it up multiple times, we can talk about the Zubac deal. The Zubac deal just went down earlier today. It was Zubac going to Indiana. What is your initial thoughts about it, Dezo? Because I know you was pissed off once you seen it. Once you seen that trade in the chat, you was pissed off about it, and you was saying Kawhi needs to hurry up and run, just like Mike said. But yeah, what you think?
Yeah, another one of those, questionable moves by them. Uh, as far as getting rid of Harden and then getting rid of your starting center, it's like, what are y'all doing? But I mean, they did get a good piece back in Benedict Mather. I think he's definitely a solid player. Um, but like as far as that, I don't know, man. I really can't speak to the direction of the Clippers, man. Um, Maybe they're gonna try to swing for a center or something like that in the off season. But Zubac has been kind of he ain't been the same Zoo we seen last year. Like last year, Zoo he was killing. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have some injuries and it kind of like slowed down a little bit for him. So maybe that's why they thought it was probably best to get rid of him while they can. Probably another one of those future moves. But overall, like I said, I don't like nothing that they did because they've been playing so well. So. Um, that's how I feel about it. I'm hurt. I'm hurt for my man's, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, just to discuss the full trade, it was Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, and 2 first-round picks and 1 second-round pick sent to the Clippers for Zubac and Kobe Brown. So Kobe Brown is also another piece that's been going crazy. He been going crazy over there. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I tune in, Kobe Brown coming off the bench
Yeah.
putting in work. But so I like the
And
trade a
like
lot for Indiana.
and when you say it like that too, like I said, it just seems like all these moves they are making are future moves. But if that's the case, I just don't see why they didn't move off Kawhi because Kawhi could have probably brought like a lot for the future. So
Especially at this point
right,
in
you know
his
what I'm saying?
career.
Because right now it's probably like the best time to sell on Kawhi just because he's
Yeah,
playing his best. You can be like, okay, Kawhi playing like this. What y'all got? You know what I'm saying? So they did make good moves for the future. I can say that, but it's just like why keep the Asian star there? Like,
Mhm. A funny thing is that like how the hell is Zubac worth 2 first rounds and a second round? Is that not crazy? That's not an all-star bid. That's not an all-star player, nothing.
nah,
Like,
he's not an All Star big, but I do think he's like I said last year he was killing. So he's more so like a fringe
bro,
All Star big
yeah.
in a way.
3 picks and a solidified, like, not a
That's a
star,
lot,
but a
bro.
solidified score. Like,
Yeah, that's a lot.
that's
I
a
didn't think
lot.
he was worth that much. That's crazy. That's a
Yeah,
lot, bro.
that's a lot. It's just Zoo. I ain't gonna lie, but the Pacers are in such win now mode because they automatically know that they're gonna get a pick this year for being such a terrible team. And this draft is so loaded, you can't pick wrong. So they probably thinking once Tyrese come back and we replaced Miles Turner finally with a big man, and we finally, for the first time, they have a rebounding big man. This is the first time they had a big man that can get on that glass for real. So they just probably in the mindset like, we don't even care about the future. Y'all can have that because we finna win right now. That's what the Pacers is thinking. So I love this trade for the Pacers. I ain't gonna lie. I love Reese and a good pick and roll big. Oh my God. I can't wait till next season. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm finna be popping my shit. So but Mike, what you think? What you like? I know you gotta like it, bro, because you was one, like I said, you was one of the first people to put me on to Reese. So Reese with a actual dominant big that can get you 20 and 20 on a random occasion. Like, so what you think?
No, I love it. For real, for real. Like this part is one of my favorite, like to me, all around even trade. Like besides like, let's say the Harden shit ain't happen. But we can't even say that because it wouldn't. I don't think this trade party would have happened. So it's like what I mean by even skill wise. Like I feel like they both in the same category in their position skill wise.
I can see that.
Yeah. So with that being said, I really like that because I like Benedict Mathurin for real. Like I like Zubac. So just like how Dez said, if he can come back and be somewhat the player we saw last season with Tyrese, you're right. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be very crazy.
Yeah.
And I like how you put earlier. They got rid of Benedict, and he was sharing minutes with Nembhard. He's not sharing minutes no more with Nembhard. I feel like they kind of know what they doing, just like how Reese said. Like I'm ready for next season for the Pacers, because like Andrew Nembhard is gonna be basically 6 man. He's going for 6 men a year next year. So y'all are gonna have a lot to watch out for. I can see 18, 16 average easily. Easily.
Ooh.
If he gets the minutes, for sure, for sure. But I like it on both ends, honestly. Zubac, the Clippers gonna miss you for sure, for sure. Simple as that. They gonna miss you. You see like you was there from the start. They gonna miss you, bro. Simple as that. Yeah. That's all I gotta say for real.
Yeah, Vaughn, what's your last remarks about the trade? About the best point guard in the East getting a good dominant big man. So what you think?
I'll say that again. But I love the trade. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like we've all spoke on even in previous videos how the Pacers, once they get that front court situated with the season they having and a top lottery pick, how they're gonna be a team that like be a problem next year. So I love this for them. Honestly, you got to solidify big and Zoo. But I keep like revisiting what the Clippers are getting. And I ain't gonna lie, I can't be mad at them. You got 2 first-round picks for Zoo. You got 2 first-round picks, and I'm gonna say a bona fide scorer, but we all see the highs that Benedict Mathurin have. You feel me? Now I'm not gonna say they're gonna be a good solid team. They're gonna be a fun team to watch, as we were speaking on before the pod. Now the front court situation is pretty bad, and like Dad said, I do hope y'all figure out like getting Kawhi out of there because this will be another like Golden State situation where you wasting a all-time player's career like towards the end of his tenure. So I do hope they move on from Kawhi and kind of him to a place that he wants to be. But them to just fully hit the hard reset, I feel like they're doing a great job on how they going by it as well. You feel me? Like it's kind of shocking after the win streak they had and the way they've been playing throughout this kind of second half, almost second half of the season. But I'm not mad at them like throwing in the towel. Like, man, we're not beating OKC. We're not beating the Nuggets. Let's flip it around, y'all. Let's work for the future and the assets that they got back from it. I can't do nothing but applaud them, G.
I feel you. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, 3 picks, 3 whole picks for just
Three
Zoo. It's
picks.
crazy. 2 first
Now your
rounders,
backcourt, DG and Benedict Mathurin a little bit. You feel me? Like, come
Yeah,
bro.
on.
my
That's
bad.
tough.
That's the only thing that wasn't even. My bad.
No,
The
I
picks
mean,
is crazy. Like y'all giving these motherfuckers these picks is like we just seen. We watching superstars getting traded with no picks, but each role player got a first round pick behind.
and
What's going on, bro? Like what's
that's
I
that's
will
the
say though, I think Zoo deserved 2 picks, G, two first rounders. Because although we saw Trey Young go without any picks or whatever the case may be. And AD didn't get probably as many as he should have. These, how we talked about them when we talked about their trade, these are like very injury prone, like superstars. This not Giannis we talking about. If Giannis was in there, we'd probably saw 10 picks. You feel me? These very like injury prone superstars. And although Zoo isn't an all-star, quote unquote, I think we all have him as a top 10
Top,
big in the league.
yeah, he is
Feel
still
me?
he's still top of his position. So
For
Yeah,
sure,
so
I agree.
I'm not mad at the 2 picks.
He's,
um,
he's
I'm not mad at it just because I know what the Pacers game plan is, but
Yeah,
that like these trades that we're discussing is making the trade market confusing because
it
it's certain
is.
players that are way better than the next guy, but not as valued as the next guy due to contract reasons, whether it's personal reasons or just personality matches, with the organization. Some people just might be like, I don't know if I want to trade for that dude because I just don't like him. So, like, that's just straight up. But then again, it might be a guy like Zoo who just come up and be a professional every day. He don't have to average that full-fledged 20 and 20 every game. He's just a solid player that's, going to suit up, and he's a top 10 player in his position. So, he's valued at a very high value to every team in the league. So, yeah. But moving on next to the next blockbuster trade, Jaren Jackson to the dang on Utah Jazz, man. The Jaren Jackson is finally moving on from the Memphis Grizzlies. I want to applaud y'all too, my co-host right here, because when I was talking to y'all about it beforehand, it was like last week or something, I kept telling y'all I don't think they should move on from Jaren. They need to hold on to Jaren. They should just move on from Ja and then use Jaren as that piece to build the future. And y'all was like, no, just blow the whole thing up. Get them all out of there. Just get everybody going. Y'all done already moved on from Desmond Bain. Y'all done moved on from Dylan Brooks. You might as well move on from Ja and what's his name? Jaren Jackson. They did move on from Ja, as we know. But this Jaren Jackson to Utah. Initial thoughts. What y'all think? What y'all feeling? I like it a little bit, but it's a little 2K-ish. It's too many 7-footers for me. So go ahead, Vaughn. What you was about to say?
It was very like weird. I'm like Jaren because at this point I thought they was gonna move on from Lowry. Utah, one of those teams where it's like, are they trading somebody or are they not? And then I see reports that they gonna have Lowry, Jaren, and Walker as they like front court and small forward. I said, that's a little 2K straight up. But at the same time, I love it for Utah. Now that I like look at it, you still got Keontae George. You got a young guy, Ace Bailey. As we all saw, Isaiah Collier, whenever he get minutes, he diamond the ball. He just had 20 assists the other night. So you got young pieces, and you still a bad team to where you can get a solid like pick out of this draft. And for the Grizzlies, I loved it as well until later on, until I realized that my dog wasn't getting out of there. But you get 3 first-round picks for Aaron Jackson. You feel
Man,
me?
just to break
I'll give
that.
you.
Yeah, just on my bad. I was going to say, just to break that
Good.
trade down, it's Jaren Jackson Jr., John Conchar, Jock Landale, Vince Williams, folks that was trying to buy, he was trying to fight Ja. Ja shipped him out of there after that. They all got sent to Utah for Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and 3 fucking first round picks, bro. 3 of them. Oh my goodness, bro. 3 of them, because the Memphis Grizzlies not going to be good though. Like, even if they do rebuild, I still don't see them being like a big enough threat in the West as it currently stands for them 3 first round picks to not be amazing going forward. Them 3 first round picks might be 3 Bronnies or it could be 3 Coopers. You never know. I ain't gonna lie to you, but
Hey, chill out, bro.
it could be 3 Brownies or 3 Coopers. You never know. But then again, at the same time, how the organization looking, it might be 3 Coopers that they just traded away just for a DPOY, one-time DPOY. So the trade market is a little murky, like I said. But I like the starting 5. I like the Keontae George, Larry Markkinen, Jaren Jackson Jr., Ace Bailey, and Walker Kessler when he comes back healthy next year, because he is out for the season. I like that starting 5. I like that they can get a lottery pick. They can get, if they get anywhere within the top 14 picks, they adding value to their roster. Bryce Sensabaugh is another person I still like. They still got Speed Luke over there. That roster is it's filling out pretty nicely. I'm not gonna lie to you. All they need is a secondary bench unit, score. They need a solidified true score. Like Bryce Sensabaugh get buckets, but they need somebody that's on a 6 man of the year level, and they need another big for the front court off the bench because all your front court is in the starting lineup. Who you got coming off the bench? Like for real, like you got Nurkic, but Nurkic ain't really going. You feel me? That's not who you want at this point in time in 2026. You don't want a Nurkic. He's an injury prone big that ain't really got no talent no more. So but this trade is crazy. This was the most out of left field trade for me. Because I didn't even expect Jaren Jackson to get traded at all. I thought he was staying. I thought we was all eyes on Ja. So what y'all think though, Dez and Mike? Which one of y'all think, man?
Uh, I like the trade. I was a little surprised that it was Utah. Like I was expecting them to blow it up. So I was surprised that it went to Utah. But I do like the trade for them. Like you said, they did get those 3 first round picks, and I think Memphis is one of the teams that they actually draft pretty well if you look at their draft history. So I think they're gonna make do with those picks. But I was expecting them to move off of Ja, but they didn't. But as far as like Utah, like you said, I like how the team is coming together. That front court is gonna be crazy. And then Laurie Markin, he's already like experienced playing at the three. I don't know if you remember that back in Cleveland. He did play the three in Cleveland, so that's something that he's like comfortable with doing. So can't wait to see that. And then as far as I know, you said they got Nurkic coming off the bench. I do like Kyle Filipowski as well too, another Duke boy.
Mm,
He's a pretty solid forward, and he's learning from those guys over there. So I think Utah is going to be an exciting team next year. Just depending on who they get out the draft, I do want to see them maybe go for like another guard or something like that, like a shooting guard, one of those high level shooting guards. I think this draft is going to be full of them. So if they can get them like another guard to kind of fill out that backcourt a little bit, because I'm not sure if I want Ace Bailey playing the two. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I don't know if I want him playing it too. Maybe he can slide to the bench role or something like that. I don't know what they're gonna do with that because they're gonna have a lot of talent where it's like we start. But no, I like what the Jazz are doing. And I like their coach as well too. I think they have a pretty solid ass coach. Um, so yeah, I feel like it was an overall good trade. But it would have really been good if they would have traded Ja. That would have really made like these 3 first round picks be like if they can get some picks for Ja, it would have been like now you got 5, 6 picks. You know what
Feel
I mean?
me?
Like
Memphis
all young
making
guys.
moves.
You know what I'm saying, but overall, it's a pretty solid trade though.
you know who they need? Dez, you just sent them to me too. That boy Keaton Wagler would be perfect on this
Oh,
team.
nice.
If
Yeah, he's a
if
nice
they
guy.
just pick him up at
Nice
like
guy to Illinois, man.
yeah.
If y'all ain't been in tune with the college hoops, man, Keaton Wagler, Illinois guard, he's nice. A lot of upside, man. So yeah, that's somebody I would like to maybe see them kind of
Mm.
go for. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
he'll slide him at the two, pushed Ace Bailey to the bench at the three, played along with Filipowski and Isaiah Collier. Yeah, they'd be nice. Mike, what's your initial thoughts about Jaren Jackson and that them 3 7-footers in the starting lineup, man?
I don't like the 7 footers in the starting lineup personally. For real, too much 2K shit going on. But I do like it for Jaren though. I'm happy for him. You know, it's too much going on in Memphis. I'm ready to get up out of here too. You feel me? Like that's the vibe it gave. Like, do we know what's going on here? All right, we don't figure something out with me. Simple as that. Like, yeah. So I really like it. Um, I'm pretty sure everybody can say they shocked Utah. Utah don't make no noise during trade deadline. Like, besides when they got Laurie Markkinen recently, like when they did that, and I think he signed there. I don't even think that was a trade deadline. But so it's like, yeah, I'm happy for Jaren. I can say, you feel me? I'm ready to see this, like, cause they all NBA players. They only show us what the team give them to produce. So he probably got a whole different side. He probably can be a point forward. Ain't no telling. Like, he probably got a whole different side we don't know about. Simple as that. Like, ain't no telling.
Yeah,
I
and
like it though.
just to add to your point, that's a great point that you said the Jazz usually don't make noise during the trade deadline. That gives credit towards Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge is the same person that rebuilt the dang on Celtics during that time when they won a chip. So it's like him moving over to the Jazz and rebuilding that roster. He actually putting some pieces together that's making us, at least peep seeing a little bit. So yeah, shout out to Danny Ainge rebuilding that roster, getting Jaren Jackson Jr. over there, and being able to build a foundation over there up in Utah. So we got more
I was about
competition
to
in the
say,
West.
Reese. I was about to say, Reese. I know we talk about AD and Alex R, but this front court defensively is kind of crazy too.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got
him
Jared
and Walker
Jackson, you got
Kessler.
Walker Kessler. They can make some move. I feel like they don't want to. They don't want to like oversaturate it though. You feel me in terms of young guys because you still got Ace Bailey, you still got Keontae, you still got young people over there to where people are trying to figure out their careers in the NBA. And you don't want to like stunt one of them's growth. You feel me? So that's why I like how they got Taylor Hendricks out of there because that is a young guy who just went down with injury. So you don't want to stunt somebody growth just because we bringing in a lot of like more young talent. At the same time, I do love it for them. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they do need some more veteran leadership in that locker room. I will say that that'll bring them the edge that they need, or they can build a culture just like the OKC, where it's like
Yeah.
a player like Keontae George is the veteran, a player like Laurie is the veteran, Jaren Jackson is the
Yeah.
veteran. So, we can go ahead and move on though, because we got some more to talk. I got a little bit of bullshit to be bringing up. We can talk about the Bulls, man. First off, the category is just what are the Bulls doing? Des, I'm gonna let you lead this off. What is going on? And then we're gonna break down each trade one by one. I want y'all to hear this. What is going on, Des? What is the organization doing? They making the city look bad, man. Come on, bro. The Bears just got right. What is the Bulls doing now? Like,
Apparently, we guard university, man. Guard you. If you wanna get some opportunity to play guard, just pull up to Chicago, man. That's just what it is. I don't know the direction of the team. I haven't known the direction of the team for some years now, man. They just make trades that don't make sense. Grab players that don't fit with each other. That's just something that just go on in Chicago. And somehow, some way, we still gonna be a fun team. You know what I'm saying? Like that just always seemed to be the case here. Fun team. Probably might linger around that playing spot still because the Bulls like to be competitive. Billy gonna keep the guys competitive if that's anything. But um, when it came to just can I speak on the trades at all or no? Like, are we?
yeah, we can go ahead. Which one you want to get into
Yeah.
first?
Of course, Vooch. I got to
The
give
biggest
Vooch
one.
some praise, man. Shout out Vooch for everything he's done for Chicago, man. He has some big shots. He always was a professional in Chicago here, but we had to let him go. I do like what we got in return. I love Anthony Simons. That's a good young player. But then we turn around and go get players like Jaden Ivey. We got rid of Io, which I think Io is better than Jaden Ivey. So it's like, what are you guys doing? I don't know. But we did get rid of some guys like Dalen Terry. Those is guys I really didn't like. We still stuck with Patrick Williams, unfortunately. Um, Nobody wants that contract. I was hoping somebody like maybe the Lakers would be like, oh, maybe we can see some potential in him, but nobody wants Patrick Williams, so we stuck with him. So it's like now we just stuck with a bunch of young talent in no direction. So if you ask me what's going on in Chicago, I don't know, bro. I'm on the inside. I mean, I'm on the outside looking in just like everybody else, bro. It's a lot going on. And honestly, bro, they tickets dinner better be free because that roster is so bad, bro. It's crazy. Like the tickets better be almost free, bro. Like
Hey,
I just got this sweater not too long ago for Christmas. I don't even know why I got it on, bro. Like it's so dumb. Like if this sweater wasn't so tough, I wouldn't even wear this shit, bro. Like I don't know, bro. As a fan, I don't know, bro. I can't even like. We got Josh Giddey and Anthony though, so that's gonna be fun to watch at least.
hey, no BS though. Like me and Keith was looking at Hornets. One of our friends, our good friends Keith, we looking at Hornets versus Bulls tickets, and them Jones like $100 for section 100, bro. They like $80
Yeah, that's
for
almost you damn near on the floor.
like yeah, you like
You damn near on
$80.
the
It's like
floor.
$80 to be in the section 100 front row. Like no, I'm so serious, bro. Like
I think you have money for real. You going to a Hornets in Chicago game, you damn near on the floor.
oh
Man.
god, you pull up with a rack, you definitely getting courtside service at that game. They have what I want to look at the roster if I could, man. Like what they got what they got like 7 point guards or something like that. Cause
Like that, yeah.
let's
And you
just
got
yeah,
undersized wings, and I think
just
they finished off the deadline getting like Nick Richards. You still got Jalen Smith. You know what I'm saying? Just a
yeah.
bunch of garbage ass, like excuse my language again, but garbage players, man, that don't really. Hopefully, they're trying to go in real tank mode.
Mm.
The Bulls have problems with tanking, so maybe
maybe
this is full tank mode.
maybe this
I don't
full of
know.
tank mode. Just to break down that Vucevic trade, they got they had traded Vucevic and a second round pick for just Anthony Simons in a second round pick. And then we can go ahead and move on to the next one. That's whatever, that's Anthony Simons. That's a good young player that could turn into a potential star. Then moving on to the next trade, they traded away Kobe White and Mike Conley Jr. To the Charlotte Hornets for Colin Sexton and Ousmane Dieng and 3 second-round picks. Speaking from my experience as an OKC fan, do not get your hopes up for Ousmane Dieng. We've been waiting on his potential. We've been
Ain't
waiting on
nobody
his,
looking for no Uzman. Like,
but
come on,
but
man.
we've been
We
waiting on
haven't
his
mentioned
potential.
him.
We've been waiting on his potential for. He was supposed to be Giannis. We literally drafted him to be Giannis. We've been waiting on his potential for 45 years. And Colin Sexton, he just got dropped from the label, so we don't even got to speak about Young Bull. He garbage. Then before that had happened though, they had ended up trading Ayo for Rob Dillingham. Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and 4 second-round picks for
Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller. Can anybody tell me what he's good at? What are you good at, Leonard? What are you good at, bro?
All I know is he
I
left-handed.
cannot believe this, bro. I can't. I don't even. I have nothing else to say, man.
A big problem I have with all these trades that we just broke down one by one is that y'all got 0 first-round picks out of all of these trades. Y'all broke the whole roster apart and didn't get a single first-round pick out of any of the trades. Y'all made the y'all was,
second.
bro. Y'all was the most active roster, and all y'all did was get a bunch of second-round picks. Second-round picks.
Reese, you beat me to it because that's exactly what I was gonna get to.
They can fire the coach and just hire us.
I promise you. I
don't want nothing to do with that organization, bro. Like
they throw Vaughn in the office.
For them though, because they crazy, bro.
But hey, man,
they got, bro.
We gonna stay down until we come up, man. So this is just another one of them down moments.
And I love Rob Dillingham, bro, but hey,
he finna have to play behind. Who?
Bro finna be in a G League soon.
He's not about to play. You talking about he finna have to play? He's not about to play. Rob not playing, bro.
He might be while you playing.
No, he's not playing, bro.
Let somebody go down with an injury. Bro. Let somebody go down with an injury.
Rob not playing. Like
Rob finna be suited at the 3. Rob finna be suited at the 3. Y'all finna have
if I see Rob Dillingham small forward minutes, I'm gonna lose my mind, bro.
Rob Dillingham finna be at the 3. Y'all finna have a Paul at the 5. Hey, bro.
Oh my god.
Nah, yeah. I don't even want
to. Matt, do your best. Get up out of there, bro. I like your potential, bro. You raw as hell for real. If you can, bro, don't waste your talent there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Especially if they not really finna build around. Like, I think it's obvious. Go ahead, build around either him or Josh. Pick. Y'all ain't got all fucking day, bro. That's really how I feel about that situation. Pick between them two niggas, bro. And Matt, my bad. And Matt is different. I really like Matt. Matt is tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Overall, everybody we shipped out though, they are in good destinations. So that's good at least where they are like all in better situations where I feel like they can actually showcase their talent. Because in Chicago, you can be solid, but it's like it's not mean anything if you're not playing winning basketball. So that's good. We at least sent those guys to winning situations.
Yeah, to flip it on his head. I love Vucevic in the Celtics uniform. I think that makes them the best team in the East when JT comes back. I don't know if JT officially coming back this year, if he gonna rush it or not. But if I'm talking more so next year, if Vucevic plays at the same level he was playing in Chicago, I think that solves all of their issues they've been having a problem with for the last couple years without Al Horford in his prime. And then also I love Kobe White going to the Charlotte Hornets to be in that scoring role off the bench. He basically took Colin Sexton's role. And I think Kobe White is a much more efficient and much more not efficient, much more aggressive scorer, which will match the energy of the Hornets that the way they're playing right now. And then last but not least, Ayo, I hope he go crazy over there in the Timberwolves. I'm not from the city, but just a city homegrown person, just like we talking about D Rose. He ain't no D Rose, but he on that same level of fame in Chicago for the younger generation. Where the Sumo really represents Chicago, so I hope he go over there to Timberwolves and show out with Ant, because they definitely are desperate for a point guard to replace Mike Conley. So yeah, that's those three trades more so benefited the other organizations rather than the Bulls. So
I never thought about that, bro. This is a real big opportunity for him, bro. I never thought about that to just now. I
Yeah.
really like him too. He another one of them guards, just like how you just said. I really like AL. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see that for sure now.
Yeah. And
Hey,
on a selfish a small bit of selfish point, I got AO on my fantasy team, so I need him to hoop. So let's go crazy, AO. What you was gonna say, Vaughn?
I think this is a prime example of waiting too long. Like this what we're gonna see Miami end up doing. You feel me? Like you have one of the most active teams in the trade, like on this deadline, and you get no first round picks. It's because you have no leverage at this point. We like y'all gotta trade a pick to get Vooch out of there. Feel me? Like, nah, y'all gonna bottom out regardless if we take him or not. So give us that second. I ain't gonna lie. I know y'all was saying this. Maybe this the commitment to the rebuild. I think this is a poor way to go about it. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like they have nobody on the roster that's over 6'9". I don't know. Chicago, it's hard to watch. I'm glad they did something. You feel me?
They
Glad
got
they
Nick
did
Richards.
something.
They got Nick Richards. They ended up getting Nick
He's
Richards.
at he's bad too,
He's
but I'm not.
he's
He's
a
not.
7-footer. I was just letting you know that's they
You're right.
7-footer.
He's. I
So
think
he
he's
is
like
so
What
sad,
you
bro. Nick
what you
Richards
say?
sad, bro.
he's sad,
Sorry,
sad.
He get his
But
like 3 times.
sorry.
but I ain't gonna lie. Chicago, it's sad over there, man. It's very depressing, and they need to just forget the rebuild. They need a whole wipe in terms of general management, head coach, all of it. You feel me? Like I know you were saying build around Modest and Ash. Yes, possibly, but even then, those ain't your guys for the future. Probably, you feel me? Like I
No,
don't know
that's
if
why
they.
I was saying like pick one of them. You feel me?
Yeah,
You got to build around both of them. Pick one of them motherfuckers. Like you feel me? And just be. You feel me? Try your
yeah.
best. Yeah. Like not. Yeah. But yeah.
Also, Chicago. I feel like them and the Grizzlies. Like, why do we make these decisions so late? Feel me? If we knew we was gonna rebuild, why are we still trying to win games? Like y'all could have had a bigger, a better position in the lottery going into this. Probably one of the best draft classes we've seen in a while. Compared to, oh no, we got Kobe White. We're gonna try to sell some tickets. It's D Rose retirement year, so we gotta have some tickets. Like we gotta sell some. We should have started this years ago.
Years, bro. Years, bro. Same
Yeah,
cycle every year, man.
yeah, man.
But at
Well,
least they
now,
got him out of there.
yeah, I was
I
gonna say
guess. I
now
guess that's
they
a win.
they didn't join the toilet bowl with the Wizards and the Pacers, so it's time
At
time to
least
try
they
to
got direction.
Operation Get DP is what they going for at this point. They trying to lose as many games as possible for the rest of the year. So, we got a couple more trades to go. I'm gonna actually go ahead and hit up this Hunter and Dennis Schroeder trade. This one kicked off the whole trade cycle in general. This was the very first trade we seen on the trade deadline week. DeAndre Hunter got traded to Sacramento, which we got to talk about Sacramento because I don't know what they're doing either. DeAndre Hunter got sent to Sacramento for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. Initial thoughts for me, love this for Cleveland. I actually like this trade. I was talking to this. I like these two pieces better than I like them getting Harden. Not saying that Harden is not the better player, but I think these two pieces were more pivotal to their success as a team than what James Harden is going to bring. Obviously, James Harden is another all-star guard, but I think a healthy DG isn't too far behind a healthy Harden in those moments, but we don't never see DG healthy. But Keon Ellis is another young player that they can build upon and is a great two-way three-point shooter and playmaker. He's really a gritty and grind type player. He's like, if you ever watch Keon Ellis, I know a lot of people that watch us probably don't pay attention to hoops on a daily basis or know some of the fringe guys that just, got to earn their minutes. But Keon Ellis is that guy. Trust. You're going to see him in the playoffs. You're going to see him playing big minutes for them. And Dennis Schroeder is just that vet that just every single team, he's been played for almost 12, 13 organizations at this point. That I think instead of bashing a guy for getting tossed around and used by other teams, you got to realize how good of and how much of a valuable asset you are. That every single deadline, somebody like, hey, we don't know what to do. Go get Dennis Schroeder. Fuck it.
I swear.
Like that's
I
literally
swear.
everybody bailout. That's every team's bailout. Every team's bailout is to go get Dennis. So yeah, those two pieces gonna be so nice off the bench. Oh my gosh. But what y'all initial thoughts off the the trade deadline kicker?
Um,
Go
Oh,
ahead,
my
though.
initial thoughts about it. Like you said, I liked it for Cleveland. Dennis, man, I just love Dennis Schroeder, bro. Like his game, his grittiness, the playmaking. He can get you scoring some nights. Kind of whatever you need, he can go out there and do it. Um, and then Keon Ellis, I'm just happy to see him in a better situation that he was in over there in Sacramento because it was a lot of nights Keon didn't play. And it was like it was leaving fans and just the NBA world just like why are we not playing a guy that when you watched him, he the only one out there giving energy and looked like he want to play. So that's good to see him in a new situation. As far as like DeAndre Hunter, I do feel bad for him because people just go to Sacramento and their careers just plummet. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what their direction is, and I just don't see why they did it as far as Sacramento. Maybe they just might use him as a rental. He can maybe play his way into another trade or something like that. I don't know, but I do like it for Cleveland, like you said, and their success. I think with them adding Harden and then adding these two pieces to the bench, I just think that kind of like completes their team.
Hmm.
So I'm just excited to see what Cleveland gonna do with this.
What you was about to say, Mike, before Des got to say?
yeah. As an old Kings fan from De'Aaron, ever since he left, just straight downhill, bro. Simple as that. Ain't nothing else to say about it. You got Sabonis. If I'm him, I'm trying to get up out of there. I mean, I can see what they was going for though. Like I honestly can. It wasn't the right move. It wasn't the right move at all. Cavs on the other hand is perfect for them. It's really like they got Harden, they got backup. Just like how Reese said, Harden and DG honestly is really kind of even when DG's playing at his best.
Hmm.
But we haven't seen that in a very long time. But with them having Keon, that's the type of person Reese got into a little bit of how he is. He's more like he's very defensive. He gonna pick you up half court if he have to. Do all the little hustle plays. The one of them fast guards. That's straight out there hustling. Like he out there getting it how he live for real. He know his role. Simple as that. I like it for them. DeAndre Hunter, yeah, I feel bad for you, bro. I don't know what they got going on over there. They got is you, Zach LaVine, and DeMar DeRozan. All y'all gonna be sharing minutes. I don't know how y'all finna do it, but y'all finna do it. Like,
Don't they?
yeah, toss up.
They still got Malik Monk too, don't they?
Yeah,
They
you
And
got
do
Murray
Keegan
got
Murray.
and
And you got
Keegan
Keegan,
and Sabonis.
money.
Uh,
What
bro.
Just
is he
drafted
doing?
Nick Clifford. Nick Clifford can't even grow over there. You got to share minutes with
So
scrubs.
Vaughn, bro, I want you to get into it. How you feel about it? Like, what is there to say about a team that was the first team to announce they're doing a fire sale months ago, and they only trade two people? They didn't even trade, and the
man,
people they traded wasn't even the people that initially was on people list. So,
at all, at all. I honestly don't know what Sack is doing. I love the take that you said in terms of this getting better for the Cavs because I do think the league kind of got or fell in love with that star title. Like we got Zach, we got DeMar, we got Sabonis. Like we seen teams trying to go out and get big names and not get guys rough around the edges to kind of clean it up that you gonna need when it comes April and May. You feel me? So I love this for the Cavs. In terms of Sacramento, they one of the worst teams, and just like the Heat, in my opinion, because with all the assets, and I'm not saying you got crazy assets, but Zach LaVine can get you at least a first. You feel me? Zach can get you at least a first. You can get DeMar out of that. Sabonis can get you at least a first. Like you had so many pieces to move on when you're already the worst team in the league with these guys. You feel me? Like there's no point in keeping them. You're just riding player's career. And then we bring in DeAndre Hunter for what? Like what purpose? This is a win now player. You feel me? This is a win now player on a solid championship team. I don't see the purpose in bringing him in. We are the worst team in the league, and we aren't going to be good unless this is 3 years, 4 years later. You feel me? Like they have no direction, and like you said, they were a team to announce they were on a fire sale. So the fact that they made one move, they should have been like the Bulls, where they getting guys out of there. I don't care if it was for seconds or whatever the case may be, but they should have got the whole roster. You feel me? Like you still got Brick. You like we just broke down the roster. I ain't even gonna break it down again. We just got all these players and no assets behind it. You feel me? Like you're gonna bring in probably, and people need to realize the lottery isn't guaranteed. So I know we joke about how the Wizards getting AJ and Pacers getting DP or whatever the case may be. They can be the worst team in the league and still end up with a 6th, 5th pick. You feel me? You still don't end up getting that top 3 guy that you wanted.
We seen it last year because there's no way Dallas ended up with
Come on with Cooper
first
Flag.
pick,
Like
and
it's not
and then the
guaranteed.
Spurs almost ended up with the first pick. So it's like you said,
Like
you can do
seriously.
all of that, and it don't need it for real. Like how they got the lottery set up now.
So I don't see the direction. I don't see anything like fathomable that's gonna come out of this trade. Honestly, it's just another wasting a contending player's like career at this point. And DeAndre, I get it. DeAndre Hunter is younger. You feel me? But at the same time, what purpose does he serve over here when we're in the worst team in the league? We're gonna try to turn it around right now. Come on, G.
Nothing. They don't know.
Nothing.
There's one person I ain't gonna lie. I can see why they traded him. That Jalen Tyson dude, bro, he's nice for real. I ain't
Mhm.
gonna lie. Like he was a big reason why Jared Jack got his 40. What was it, 50 or 40 points the other day? Like he was a big reason of that. He had like 8 assists, bro. He played like a point forward role. Like I really like him, so I can see what they doing. Honestly, like I really like what the Cavs got going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I love it for the Cavs. They low key
It's a
just
great
fleeced
point,
them. I'm
Mike,
gonna keep it
because
100.
Jalen Tyson played himself into that role, and it's like we kind of don't need DeAndre no more. So, like
Exactly.
what the
Yeah.
Caps did, they did perfectly, but the Kings, they just
Yeah.
they on BS, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's enough about that poverty org, man. They, at least, you know what I'm saying? At least you can see a little bit brighter side of the Bulls. They did a little bit right. They at least got people out of the, you know what I mean? They at least didn't
I'm
hold
even
on.
done talking about the
My bad.
Bulls, bro. Like,
My
can we
bad.
move on, please?
My
Like,
bad. My
I'm
bad.
over it, bro. Like, I'm over it,
Last big
man.
news. Last big news. KP to Atlanta for Jonathan Kuminga, man. What do y'all think, bro? I've been preaching that Kuminga needs to be gone all season. We didn't talk about this on 4-5 different pick and roll episodes, but they finally get the job done, and they brought in Kristaps Porzingis, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first, man. What do you think? Off rip, like, what's your initial thoughts of this?
Uh, Initial thoughts. I was just happy they traded Kaminga. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't care where he went. I don't care where he went. I'm just happy. I'm tired of hearing about the Warriors are holding him hostage and this that, and the third. When I don't think he's that good of a player, but I'm just happy he gone. Now you can tell the Warriors think they finna try to like salvage this season by getting KP. Don't realize KP one of the most injury prone like guys out there. Feel me? So Warriors, they cook. I think they need to accept that. But
Mm.
I'm glad he gone. Straight up.
Yeah, I'm happy that they finally was able to find a suitor that was willing to take on Jonathan Kuminga's baggage as far as his, whatever antics they got going on in the locker room, his attitude, his willingness to play within the system or whatnot, and his pay that they gave him the contract extension he wanted. So it was a lot of people unwilling to hold on to that contract, but Atlanta had freed up all of that, cap space by getting rid of Trae Young. That gave them an opportunity to be able to land a star piece, or they thought was going to be a star piece. And I guess they ended up going for Jonathan Kuminga. I don't know what that's going to look like per se for Atlanta. I don't know how much I like it, but at the same time, if you're Atlanta, you're trading away a player that was barely playing for a player that's ready to play right now, is hungry to play and willing to learn a new area. I guess like a new team, somebody that's wanted to go to a new team. It's always better when the player is already in the mindset of like, I'm ready to get out of here. I can't wait to meet some other new teams or talk to another team. It's always better in that situation because then it gives the player to have a battery in his back to want to prove the other team wrong. But on the flip side, for the Golden State Warriors, man, just hang it up, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's over with. It's over with, bro. Just wrap the whole season up. Because you traded for Kristaps for what? What is he finna do? I'm not gonna lie to you. They said they couldn't. Basically what happened was once Giannis and the Bucks declined their trade offer, and Giannis made it known he was not really willing to go to the Warriors. They said they panic traded for Kristaps Porzingis as a backup. That is not the equivalent. Going from here to here, it does not make sense at all. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I guess they were just so fed up with the idea of like Kuminga being there. They just said, forget it. We just gonna give him up to whatever. This the team that's offering. This the best possible offer. So I don't like it. I don't like it though. What you was gonna say, Vaughn?
Yeah. Oh,
My bad.
Hey, I ain't gonna cut you off too much, but I don't know if y'all saw they were actually going for Jaren, but they put that on the back burner to like pursue Giannis. So they really like hold themselves. I'm gonna keep it 100. They should have grabbed Jaren instead of banking on maybe we can get Giannis and stuff. No, grab the guys you know you need right now. You feel me?
I did not know that Vogue. Boy, I ain't know that
Yeah, they
man
were
was.
actually like shooting for Jaren, but they didn't like pursue it as much because they thought we could grab Giannis.
That's big cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all was never getting Giannis. I don't know why the hell they ever thought they was gonna even be in the sweepstakes for Giannis. Y'all didn't have nothing for him besides draft capital, and nobody want to build around Kuminga as a piece. So, what you was about to say, Des?
yeah. As far as like the Warriors, I didn't like the trade at all. Like you said, Porzingis, he doesn't play. I mean, maybe if they can somehow manage to stay in the play-in or sneak their way into the playoffs. I know Porzingis usually comes around like the end of the season. So I mean, it might benefit them then. Like I said, if they can stick around then. But as far as like his health, he's never healthy like at all. Like I don't remember last time I seen him play, and even when he do play, I don't ever remember it. But as far as like the situation for Kaminga, I like it, man. That's a young team over there. Like you said, he's hungry to play. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but um, I personally think it can work. He wants to play in more of like a free flowing, fast paced offense with a bunch of young guys. You know, Jalen Johnson is looking to be that facilitator. You got Dyson, who's a pretty good facilitator. So Kaminga's gonna have his opportunity to kind of showcase the things that he can do. Um, so it could turn out to actually be a solid situation in Atlanta over there. But yeah, I think the Warriors are cooked, man. Like with Vaughn telling me about this information about Jaren, I think I did see that. They should have definitely tried to push a little harder for Jaren. I feel like that would have been more of a realistic option for them instead of thinking about Giannis. Because, like you said, nobody want nothing that the freaking Warriors got, man. Like they didn't held on the Pods, you didn't held on the Kaminga, like all this stuff held on to Moses Moody. You know what I'm saying? All these pieces that people did want, and when you guys did have that opportunity to go land a star type of player, um, you kind of blew it. So now you stuck on a back burner with Porzingis, like, and he don't play. So it's like I feel like they just another team that's kind of ruining Steph. Um, last little couple years he got, and I don't even want to say I feel sorry for Steph because like every star got to kind of go through this phase. I feel like where they got to play with teams like this. So Steph didn't had his run, but I do think it's over for the Warriors, man. I ain't gonna lie. Right.
Yeah, Steph might as well go ahead and get his statue ready. Mike, you got anything to say about them?
No, no, they sad over there, bro.
Well,
Oh, what's that?
you don't think Kuminga's gonna show out down there, in Atlanta?
What you mean by show out? Is he gonna play? Yeah.
Hey, no, that's not when he say show out. What you mean by
I
that?
mean, I mean,
Yeah,
I
like, is he
mean, I
gonna
mean,
play?
fringe all
Oh,
star
All
player.
star.
That's his
I ain't
ceiling. That's supposed to be his
I ain't never
ceiling.
seen that after his game. I ain't never seen that in his game. Me personally.
I mean, I was just
I don't think
asking.
he.
What I'm saying? That's his ceiling. His
It is.
ceiling.
I know he can
I
go
ain't
out there
never
and get you a dub on some night, so when nobody
yeah,
ain't playing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
no, I
me
don't
and
know. It
I
might be
think
all right, man. I don't know. We just have to see. Only time will tell with that situation. You
yeah.
know, I don't think he's gonna have any expectation. On the Warriors, they
His
did
game
expect him to
never
play a certain type of
developed,
way
bro. That's my problem with Kaminga. His game never developed, bro.
at all,
The,
bro.
the problem was you don't got a jumper. The man said, I bet, and still want to go in the paint with his head down to throw up a layup or get his own rebound and go back up. Nobody got time for that, bro. You ain't going nowhere with that, bro. Shoot you a jumper, bro. Shoot, they
Yeah.
sagging off of you. Shoot the jumper. Bro, like, what is you doing?
Down there in Atlanta, he might not have to do that, man. But
No, he
going
gonna
on.
have to for sure, cause they got Dyson over there too. Y'all, you gonna play both of them? You
You
gonna play both of
you
them?
just reminded
You
me that
gonna play both of
spacing is
them?
disgusting, man.
Spacing nasty,
Yeah,
G.
You
that's
gonna play
nasty.
both of them?
And
That's a
He's
good
Ocon
point.
literally the
and
worst 3-point shooter
Okongu.
right now.
And they got Oneka.
And double O. Come on, G.
What is we doing? He gonna
We
have
ain't
to.
finna act like
Somebody got to
Jalen
shoot
Johnson
shit.
just Steph, like he just got it
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Somebody
He's
got to
a
shoot,
to
bro.
the rim
Somebody
type of
got to
player,
shoot.
G.
Yeah, Nikhil gonna have to start instead of Dyson. That's what it's gonna have to be.
No, for real, for
Now
real.
both of them starting. I ain't gonna lie. Both of them starting.
Kuminga is coming off the
Johnson
bench for
can't
you.
come out off the bench.
He better. He better. I'm gonna keep it 100. He better come off the bench. You don't sit Dyson. That was top 3 in DPOY last year. You don't sit Dyson.
No,
Jay Dyson
fact.
100 mil. He ain't come off the bench now. Come on,
Exactly.
No,
And
fact,
and
fact.
ain't
Nikhil,
happening.
you just paid him as well. Plus, he's been hooping.
Then you
Don't
still
sit
got
him.
you got Corey Kispert, CJ McCollum.
DJ still on the bench.
Hey, he
Oh
might
yeah,
not
this gonna
play.
be.
Like,
I
I
ain't
don't
You
know
gonna
if
tell
lie.
he
me he
play.
might not play. All right, that's a stretch, Ron. He gonna play.
nah, he gonna play, but
He
he
gonna
He
might
gonna
play.
he
play,
might
but
get
he ain't.
15, 16 minutes. G, like, and I think
15
once
minutes, Vaughn? No.
he not finna get
15
17
minutes
minutes.
though. Vaughn, do
Once
you know what his
Jonathan
contract
Kuminga
is? I
realize
think
the
they
player
gave
he
him.
is, then he'll get more minutes.
Didn't the Warriors pay him some money though?
Who? You talking about Kuminga?
Yeah.
Yeah, he getting paid
They
100+ mil too. That nigga
yeah,
100 million
so
now
he's
too.
going to play, Vaughn. It's no, you're not playing.
Yeah, he's
No,
gonna play.
you on that payroll, you
Oh, he
have to
gonna
play, no
play.
matter
I
how
ain't gonna
good
lie.
or bad you are.
They finna go out there. They finna shoot below 20% from the 3-point line every game and go to Magic City afterwards and have a grand old time because they not winning shit this year. So
Hey, that's the best bet though. That's the best bet.
yeah, but we can go ahead and move on from them just for time reasons, man. We're not gonna go too much in detail. I'll bring up the Luke Kennard trade for you, Vaughn. The Lakers received Luke Kennard from the Hawks for Gabe Vincent. I know you excited to hear about that. You got anything to say about that, Vaughn?
I ain't that excited. You feel me? Like, I ain't that excited. Shout out getting Shamar gone, but it's not moving the needle. It's not moving the
Yeah.
needle. We can move on.
Yeah, we go ahead and
Yeah,
move
shout
on.
I mean, he had just brought that up. Like, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and my bad. And my last thing that I had on there was Jerry McCain. This is a kind of a sleeper trade. Jerry McCain sent to the OKC in exchange for future draft capital. I feel like it was a W for both teams because the 76ers don't need him necessarily. They got a lot of star guards already. And OKC, we just like to stack guards at this point. And I think this low key is going to prevent us from having to play Lou Dort so many minutes. I know Lou is in there to play defense, but he also is like our second best jump shooter on the team. And that I hate seeing him shoot jump shots now. Ever since that B-Dubs night. That where I told y'all he was the best jump shooting
You said you
3 and
hate
D.
seeing him what?
I hate
Reese,
seeing
I feel like I've been arguing with you for years about Lou Dort and his
it
shooting,
ain't
bro.
been years. It was 1 year. He had one good 3-point shooting year. Last year he was shooting 40 from 3. And I was trying to tell y'all he might be the best 3 and D in the West. And let's go. We got Jerry McCain now. So we can go ahead and move on from that though. Last segment of the day, man. We can go ahead and get into it. Label
Wait, hold
players
on.
of the week.
Before we get into that, I do
Oh
want to
yeah.
mention one more trade that was like close to the end. The Knicks got Jose Alvarado. I was kind of skeptical on that trade, but I did find out that Deuce McBride we missing a significant amount of time with some type of injury. I can't remember what it was, so it made sense for them to go out there and try to get them another guard that kind of know his way around in the league. So that was a pretty solid pickup for him. Because at first I was like, why Jose if y'all got Deuce and Tyler Kolek, and Clarkson, but Deuce out, so that's a pretty good pickup for them. Just want to throw that out there. Shout out the Knicks.
Shout out Grant Fado, man. He back in the city. He from that area. He from the East Coast, so I'm sure he
Yeah.
probably happy to be next to Pops now. But yeah, last segment of the day, label player of the week, label player of the week, label player of the week. It's one of my personal favorite segments, obviously. We missing one, so I'm gonna just go ahead and skip straight to the first one. Mike, man, Boogie Productions, who your label player of the week?
I got Shay. He's Shay, bro. I don't even want to 30, but right now the only difference is I believe he's shooting like in the past 6, 7 games, he's shooting 58%, bro. That's crazy. That's my main reason. Plus, he on my label, so of course, gotta, shout
Yeah.
out Shay, man. Really 30, 32, 42. Y'all know who he is. MVP, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next, I'll go ahead and go next, man. Labor player of the week for me. I had Tyrese Maxey. Honestly, Reese and T ain't been having the craziest, we ain't been having the craziest season so far. You know what I'm saying? We ain't bring it up, but Cam Thomas got released, so I was hoping he got traded so I could shout him out, but he garbage as hell right now, so we're gonna move on from him. But Tyron Stokes was also another person I was gonna bring up, but I shouted him out last week, so Tyrese Maxey it is, man. He just an all-star point guard. He gonna be starting, so that's all I got for y'all for Tyrese Maxey. But next we can go ahead and get into it. Dezo.
My label player of the week, man, Darren Peterson, DP. Um, you know, it's a lot of talk right now in college hoops, man. Who should go number one or who should go number two, three, whatever. But Darren, he shows up when the competition is there and he show out, man. So that's my label player of the week with those two big wins he just came off of against BYU. Um, Dominated in one half versus who a lot of people think should go number one, including myself actually. Um, Dominated that game in one half, and then turn around the next game and play Texas Tech, who has the best defense in college hoops right now, if y'all don't know, and gave them buckets too, and then barely played in the second half and came in the second half and hit the the game winning three, but also the three to tie the game up, man. So like I said, when those big moments and that big competition come through, he's proven to just show up, man. So that's what my label is about. That's what we preach, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be that guy. I like that guy on my label, so that's what this is about. So shout out DP, man.
Yeah, I should have gave this to DP before the, you know what I'm saying, the game. If I knew he was gonna do AJ the monster like that, god damn. But going on last but not least, man, Von Inc., man.
Yeah, shout out DP, man. You feel me? I get respect when it's due. But with my label player of the week, who should be the overall label player. You feel me? He should win this week, but he probably won't. We had a discussion before this. He probably won't. But we got Cooper Flag, man. Cooper Flag, the real number one pick. I saw some BS over this past couple of weeks where they said if Cooper Flag was in this draft class, he would probably be sixth or something like. And he's been in the league averaging 40 over his last 40, 10, and like 5. You feel me? Now, they might not have been winning, but look at the roster. You feel me? We can't put that on Coop. Cooper Flag, man, the real number one. Get no fuck about no DP. I care about number one right now. You feel me? Like Cooper Flag, he's showing you him. He's separating himself from a guy like Khan, who we did end up losing to. We had 30. What he had, 36, 37, something like that?
Yeah.
Like 36.
When Coop had 50. You feel me? So it's like, shout out to
He had
him.
49. We're not gonna do stats,
now
but
we
he did have 49. But he
We
hooped
not
though.
we're not rounding up.
Hey, when I tell you this whole group get the rounding anybody that's bad, but now we
No,
gonna
shout out
round
Coop
them.
though. He been hooping,
So
man.
yeah,
It's
that's
good
what
to
I got.
see.
I got Cooper Flag, man.
It's good to see with Coop, man, because we all kind of questioned that Jason Kidd move at the beginning of the season where he was playing point guard. We like, what is Jason Kidd doing? Like, and then he threw Nimhard in there and D'Lo in there a couple games, and then Coop looked it better. Then he took him out, and now it's just more back to Coop, and like Coop has been killing. So it's like it's good to see Coop is like developing himself and just kind of just learning the game. You know what I'm saying? Like we thought his scoring probably was gonna take a little time because Coop is more of like an overall basketball, like good basketball player, but he's showing that he can go out and score with the best of them on any good night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then also what I like about him too, if you pay attention, he get up for like those games against like people in his draft class. You know what I'm saying? Like to prove
Yeah,
to y'all like I'm really like this is what I
really
am in
him.
his draft class. Like again, he killing versus anybody that was in his draft class, bro. He kills versus them every time. So it's good to see.
Yeah, man.
Including that Khan game when him and Khan just played.
Yeah,
They
kill,
both
bro.
had a good game, but nigga, you was my teammate. You was my roommate. I mean, so I was just, bro.
That leads us into the label player of the week. Starting five pick and roll label player of the week. Drum roll, please. Darren Peterson, man. Darren Peterson won Labor Player of the Week. We understand, Vaughn. We understand. Cooper Flag is averaging 40. But you know what got Darren Peterson that Labor Player of the Week, man? That motherfucking belt, boy. That belt he gave AJ DeBoster. Oh my God, he went straight at him.
Play the second
it don't matter. He did. You know how raw you got to be to build belt, and everybody only remember your game, and you didn't even play half the game. Nobody gives.
He didn't even
play.
He didn't.
He barely missed. Fuck barely play. He barely missed either.
Exactly.
Nigga barely missed.
Y'all know AJ ended that game with like 3 less points than that nigga or some shit.
And, but it took him.
If Darren would have played the rest of the game, what you think it would have been like, Vaughn?
5 more shots than
we got boxed up because AJ started to wake up that second half.
Man, you're crazy, bro.
Boxed up,
Darren would have probably ended with 40 easily.
This a problem. This a big problem.
Give him his award, G. I don't care what happened with
no. Hold on, wait. No,
we gotta pop it.
We gonna pop it, right? Like I said,
right here.
And this the thing, Vaughn. Don't do that. Talking about some boxed up, bro. Darren Peterson is a point guard. AJ DeBoster is a 6'9" wing for a reason. Don't bring your ass out here on this island. That's why he did that to him. I don't know why you did
barbecue chicken.
Boy, he should have been guarding. He should have been guarding Bryson Tiller the whole game. Ain't no reason why he was guarding Darren Peterson at all. We seen it
at all.
And he played that game. He played himself out the first, the first pick. So don't even worry about it, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Don't even.
My bad. BYU. My bad. Go ahead.
I think AJ was kind of in his head too much. You would see him get to the stripe and just pump fake and pick up his dribble, pass back out. I ain't like what I was seeing. So like I said, I get respect when it's due. Shout out DP. He definitely showed his ass that game.
And then he responded with a game winner the next game. Man, that's ore. We can go ahead and get up out of here.
Coop crazy. But
Coop out there losing though. We winning. So
that matters.
That matters though. Like now, if he would have at least went out there and got them like 4 out of the 5 or something, that'd have been crazy. But we can go ahead and end it out, man. Sorry, y'all, it's a longer pod, but we had a lot of news to cover. We had a week-long worth of trade deadline to cover. Socials down in the bottom, down in the description below. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. There's a bell right there. If y'all hit the notifications, y'all will see any posts we dropping. I've been dropping clips. And just support us, yo. And if there's anything y'all want us to talk about, let us know. We are fully open to any ideas, so just shout out to the fans and shout out to everybody that's keeping us going and keeping us motivated, man. We out of here.
Yes, sir.